Hello, everyone. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at an article from CNBC published on April 12th, written by Michael Sheets. Disney jumps the most in nearly 10 years after unveiling streaming service cheaper than Netflix. Well, there should be more said about this than that. This is what gets me about CNBC, their title here. This is about Disney coming into a market and being disruptive with it, because Netflix, for the most part, I mean, yeah, you've got Amazon and with their Prime streaming service, and you have, Hulu, but Netflix is the king. Now you have someone, or, well, corporate-wise, a company as a someone. You have someone who's coming in that's going to take out the king. That's going to knock them off their throne. Or at least has the ability to try to do that. I mean, Amazon has a shit ton of money, but see, they don't have content. Disney does, because you have all these studios that are under the Disney roof. Okay? And they have a lot of content. Because, when you think of Disney, you don't think of Touchstone Pictures, for example. A lot of great movies from Touchstone Pictures. It's a division of Disney. They have everything in that catalog. They have everything in the Fox catalog now. They have all these properties, movies and television shows that Netflix is never going to be able to get their goddamn hands on, that Amazon is never going to be able to get their hands on, that Hulu won't be able to get their hands on. They will become the place for a lot of content that fell under Fox, that that fell under Fox's creative houses as well, because you've got a lot of other studios that were part of Fox. So you've got this huge media conglomerate with content coming out of the ass. This is majorly disruptive. And this is how they lead off with it. Disney stock jumps Friday after announcing its Disney Plus streaming service would be $6.99 a month. Even if they charge $13, the amount of content they have will be unmatched. If they wanted to charge the same as Netflix, and this would still be a major news story with that. The $6.99 is just gravy on top. Shares of Disney surged to its best single day of trading since May 2009. Disney's service would be about $2 a month cheaper than Netflix basic subscription. Yes, but no one really goes for Netflix basic subscription. I have their standard. I'm paying like the $13 a month at this point. It just gets taken out each month off my out of my account. So it goes up and I go, oh, whatever. I think it's like $13 now. Disney shares jumped on Friday after the company announced its Disney Plus video streaming service would be $6.99 a month, $2 a month cheaper than Netflix basic subscription. I'm pretty optimistic about the ability for this thing to work, particularly when you make it accessible because of the content we're putting on, because of the user interface, and because of the price, CEO Bob Iger told CNBC's David Faber in an interview on Thursday. See, I would be focusing, if I would, even if, say, a financial news outlet like CNBC tends to be, I would be focusing on the fact of how much content they have and how much value is there, because that is something that needs to be looked at, that needs to be, talked about at least, because they have billions in intellectual property that's just ready and raring to go to be put on these services. Well, their service. Shares of Disney surged 11.5% on Friday, its best single day of trading since May 2009, which I think a lot of people in the stock market are realizing that this is a game changer. Because it truly is. This is like actual competition for Netflix. And they're going to be fucked, because do you think any, company under the Disney roof, whether it's Fox or one of their, divisions, or, any of the divisions under Disney, do you think they're going to take calls from Netflix now on purchasing, the rights to use to stream content? Well, to pay for the rights to stream content? Of course not. They're not going to pay for the they're not going to allow their competition to pay to use their content against them. Netflix shares traded lower by 4.5%. Yeah, people are seeing that this could affect Netflix. Disney Plus will roll out in the U.S. on November 12th, and within the next 2 years, the platform will be available in nearly all major regions of the world. The pricing on the ad-free service is surprisingly low, $6.99 per month and $69.99 annually, or $5.83 per month. That's lower than Netflix, which raised prices on its standard plan from $10.99 to $12.99 per month. Netflix basic plan is $8.99 a month. Now, here's the thing. Hulu isn't even giving you commercial free for $7 a month. This is going to screw Hulu. This is going to screw Amazon. This is going to screw a lot of these Apple. I don't even think Apple would be able to compete with them, because unless they can instantly create a large stockpile of content, they've got nothing. And what's great about this for Disney, at least, not great in general, but great for them, is they've already invested shit tons of money into this content, recuperated money, recuperated the cost, made money on top of that, and now they're going to make even more money off of this. Anyone who wants to compete with them has to try to find other studios that they can get content from that's going to draw people to their site, to their services. Then, on top of this, they have to create original content that's going to do that as well. So, I mean, it's going to be a lot harder for, say, Netflix, who's the established king, to compete. And something like this being disruptive on the cost is also going to cause these other services to lower their costs. Seriously, it's going to make things cheaper. At least in theory. I would think Netflix, with this shit, is going to have to lower their price. I think Amazon, the way that it works with Prime and everything else, they can get away with charging their what works out to $9.99 a month. Hulu, I think they're going to have to lower their prices. It's the only way they can compete. Especially when you have a juggernaut like Disney with content like, out there, coming out of their ass so bad, it's like, it's like they get the trots. It's just like they shit content unintentionally. They're like asshole clenched, hoping to keep control over all of it, and it's just slipping out. Seriously, this is disruptive. This truly is a disruptive situation in the home content streaming market. Disney surprised on the upside of its investor meeting yesterday, providing more financial disclosure and revealing a more content-rich streaming service than previously expected. JP Morgan analyst Alexia Quandary said in a note to investors. In addition, management provided a target Disney Plus of 60 million to 90 million subscribers by 2024 on the higher end of our expectations, which we believe were already above consensus. That's a lot of subscribers. Disney will also have multiple movies and TV series that are exclusive to the service. Those include several series from Marvel and Star Wars. Disney said it will spend about $1 billion in 2020 on original content for the platform and $2 billion by 2024. That's another thing. When it comes to original content, they have these properties that have built-in audiences if they don't fuck them up, like Marvel with the social justice crap, or Star Wars, which they've been fucking up with the social justice crap. If they take that shit out, take out the feminazism and social justiceisms and all that all the other leftism shit, and just produced good content, they've got built-in audiences. See, this is like the idea of CBS All Access, all right? If they had kept all that shit out of STD, the perfect abbreviation for that show, because it is a festering, oozing sore of a sexually transmitted disease, if they had kept the social justice, feminazi, Mary Sue crap out of it, didn't use the bad robot licensing, where it has to be 25% different, and actually gave a series under the original canon, not this quote-unquote prime canon bullshit, like the Picard series is, because that's JJ verse prime canon. That's not the prime canon. They've basically all but admitted this at this point. CBS All Access would not be in the shit that it is right now if they had just done that. They would have had a good base sign up for the service and stay there just for the series, even when it was not being aired or released, because it's not television, but being released to the service. Most likely they would keep their membership if there was some other stuff there that maybe interest them. But that would be the way to get them in the door. But they didn't do that. So you had those people that were the fans sign up, see the show, see it was shit, and say, I'm not paying for this crap. And the only ones left that are paying for their service, and they're trying to keep this like hush-hush, are ones who actually aren't these Trek fans, these built-in Trek fans, and they've had some massive turnaround because of these stupid business decisions. Hopefully, Disney's smart enough not to do that. With what we've seen happen with Star Wars, with what we've seen happen with Marvel now, who knows, though? I mean, they've literally got intellectual property that they can create a lot of great original content for or off of. And make a serious go of this that could really hurt other services out there. Bezos might be, he might freak out a little bit more than his divorce watching Prime get trampled by Disney. Netflix, they might shit themselves too. Because they've invested so much money in content that they are cash negative because they just keep rolling money into content going, we got to expand. And they haven't reached a point where they're, putting money into content and making money at the same time. Anyway, and Disney stock closed at $116.60 a share on Thursday. Okay, but yeah, I figured it's the last sentence I got to really say it. But anyway, I think I've covered this well enough. I'm just going to leave things here. If you liked this video, depending on where you are watching it, please give it an upvote or thumbs up. If you want to know when new content of mine hits the internet, don't forget to subscribe to one or more of my social media or video accounts listed here. Also, with YouTube, don't forget to ring that bell. You can find all of my video content on both BitChute and YouTube. This may not be the case with other places I upload to, but I will try to minimize this happening. You are always welcome to interact with me at any of these sites on the list, so feel free to do so. If you have anything you want me to cover in a video, when it comes to news or current events, send it right along to me. I will try to do my best to cover it. As always, thank you for watching.